Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch over 500 rural skill development centres in Maharashtra today. Raghubar appointed as Governor of Odisha and Indra Reddy Nallu as Governor of Tripura. Home Minister Amit Shah says Left Wing Extremists and their ideology are against country's development. Northern Railway to run 34 special trains to ensure smooth travel for passengers during upcoming festive season. US President Joe Biden says Egypt has agreed to open border crossing to allow passage of humanitarian aid into Gaza. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak to visit Israel today. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, India to take on Bangladesh in Pune this afternoon. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch 511 rural skill development centres in Maharashtra named after former Union Minister Pramod Mahajan through video conferencing today. The Pramod Mahajan Gramin Kaushalya Vikas Kendras are being set up in 34 rural districts of the state. Our correspondent has the details.
The Rural Skill Development Centres will conduct skill development training programs across various sectors to provide employment opportunities to rural youths. Each centre will train about 100 youngsters in at least 2 vocational courses. The training will be provided by empanelled industry partners and agencies under National Skill Development Council. On this occasion, the state government has expressed confidence that establishment of these centres will help the region attain significant strides towards developing a more competent and skilled manpower. Nivedita, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
President Draupadi Murmu has appointed new governors for Tripura and Odisha. According to the Rashtrapati Bhavan communique, Indra Reddy Nallu has been appointed as the governor of Tripura. He will replace Satyadev Narayan Arya. Former Jharkhand Chief Minister Raghubar will be the new governor of Odisha. Mr. Das has been appointed in place of Professor Ganeshi Lal. President Draupadi Murmu will attend the first convocation ceremony of Mahatma Gandhi Central University at Motihari in East Champaran district of Bihar this morning. She will confer degrees and medals to meritorious students of the university. The president reached Bihar yesterday on a 3-day visit. More from our correspondent.
The students of Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Motihari, are very enthusiastic about historic day of their academic career as the university is commemorating the first convocation ceremony. 887 students will get degrees and medal who passed from institution in past academic years. Later in the day, the president will return to Patna and attend the first convocation ceremony of AIIMS Patna in the evening. After the function at AIIMS Patna, President Draupadi Murmu will also hold interaction with members of particularly vulnerable tribal groups at Raj Bhavan in Patna. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, Akashvani News, Motihari.
On the last day of her visit tomorrow, the President will attend the third convocation ceremony of South Bihar Central University at Gaya. She will also offer prayers at the world-famous Mahabodhi Temple in Bodh Gaya tomorrow. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that left-wing extremists and their ideology are against the country's development and bright future. He said those who do not want mobile towers, roads and other essential facilities in left-wing extremism-affected areas are creating hurdles in the way of a bright future for the youth. Mr. Shah said this while interacting with 200 tribal youth under the Tribal Youth Exchange Program in New Delhi yesterday. He added that violence cannot provide jobs and that it is necessary to join the mainstream of society for the development and creation of basic infrastructure. He added that tribal youth should play an important role in eradicating the idea of left-wing extremism from the country. The Home Minister said it is the responsibility of the tribal youth to neither tread on the wrong path nor allow others to do so. Our correspondent reports that the Home Ministry has been running the Tribal Youth Exchange Program for the last 15 years. Under this program, young men and women of the tribal community from the interior areas most affected by left-wing extremism are taken on a tour to major cities and metros across the country. The Union Ministry of Home Affairs ordered deployment of Central Industrial Security Force or CISF for the security of Kot Bhalwal Jail, which houses a large number of terrorists, both local and Pakistan nationals. Kot Bhalwal Jail is located in the outskirts of the Jammu city. The CISF will be taking over the security of the jail from CRPF in next few days. It is the second jail in Jammu and Kashmir whose protection will now be the responsibility of the CISF after Srinagar jail. Few days back, the CISF had taken over the security of Srinagar jail from the CRPF, which also housed a number of terrorists. Nearly 900 terrorists are lodged in Kot Bhalwal jail, including dreaded militants of different outfits, both locals as well as foreigners, mainly Pakistanis. The Union Agriculture Ministry has said that total food grain production in the country is estimated at a record of nearly 3,297 lakh tons. This is higher by around 141 lakh tons than the production of food grains achieved during 2021-22. Final estimates of production of major crops were released by the ministry for the year 2022-23. As per it, the estimated production of food grains is also 300 lakh tons higher than the previous 5 years' average production of food grains from 2017-18 to 2021-22. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that the government is smoothly implementing the schemes and programs, thus everyone's efforts are reflecting better results in the agriculture sector, including record food grain production. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate India's first regional rail Rapid-X from Sahibabad in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. The first phase will cover a distance of 17 kilometers, which include a total of 5 stations, including Sahibabad, Ghaziabad, Guldhar, Duhai and Duhai Depot. The trains will run at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour at an interval of 15 minutes. Rapid-X train has 6 coaches with the capacity to carry around 1,700 commuters. 1 coach has been reserved for women passengers. The first train in both directions will commence operations at 6 a.m. and the last train to depart from stations in both directions will be at 11 p.m. The service for general passengers will be operational from Saturday. The Northern Railway will run 34 Puja special trains during the upcoming festive season to clear the extra rush of passengers. These special trains will be run mostly for the eastern part of the country. He said a sufficient number of coaches will be added in these trains to ensure the hassle-free journey for passengers. Talking to Akashvani News, Northern Railway's Public Relation Officer R.K. Rana said special arrangements including special desks and crowd management systems will be put in place at railway stations in the national capital during this festive season.
रेल यात्रियों की सुविधा के लिए रेलवे ने 34 पेयर स्पेशल ट्रेन चलाई गई हैं, जो हमारा फेस्टिव सीजन है। रेल यात्रियों की अतिरिक्त भीड़ को देखते हुए 5.5 लाख बर्थ का भी प्रोविजन किया गया है, ताकि रेल यात्रियों को रेलवे द्वारा ज्यादा से ज्यादा सुविधा प्रदान की जाए कि यात्रा सुगम हो। मेरा रेल यात्रियों से अनुरोध है कि कृपया करके रेलवे स्टेशन पर समय से पहुंचे।
The Punjab government is making all efforts to free the state completely from menace of drugs. The state government started Mission Hope initiative in this regard from Amritsar yesterday. The ardas for the success of this mission was performed in the premises of Sri Harmandir Sahib. We have a report.
Led by Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, thousands of youth from across the state yesterday participated in ardas at Sri Harmandir Sahib to make the state completely drug-free. These youth, wearing yellow turbans, patkas and dupattas, prayed to the Almighty to strength to them for fulfilling this sacred mission aimed at wiping out the curse of drugs from this border state. This anti-drug hope initiative has been embarked with a threefold strategy of pray, pledge and play, which is the first of its kind mass movement against drugs to break the backbone of this menace. Shishu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
In international news, US President Joe Biden has said Egypt has agreed to open a border crossing to allow in 20 trucks with humanitarian aid into Gaza as part of efforts to de-escalate tensions due to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestinian terror group Hamas. President Biden said he spoke with the Egypt President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in a telephonic conversation during which they agreed to allow the aid into Gaza. The US President was talking to reporters on board US Air Force aircraft while returning from a visit to Israel, where he went to show solidarity following the terror attack by Hamas on 7th of this month.
I wanted to make sure there was a vehicle, a mechanism that this could happen quickly. And so I've been on the phone with El-Sisi, and he agreed that what he would do is open the gate, let up to 20 trucks through to begin with. Satterfield, my ambassador, is down there in Cairo now. He's going to coordinate this. He has my authority to do what is needed to get it done. They're going to patch the roads. They have to fill in potholes to get these trucks through. And that's going to expect it'll take about 8 hours. So there may be nothing rolling through and probably until Friday.
Israel sealed off the Gaza Strip, stopping all entry of food, water, medicine and fuel to its 2.3 million people after the deadly attack. Meanwhile, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak will travel to Israel today before heading to other countries in the region in an effort to de-escalate the Israel-Gaza conflict. Mr. Sunak in a statement said he will hold meetings with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Isaac Herzog before heading to a number of other regional capitals. He said the attack on Al-Ahli Hospital should be a watershed moment for leaders in the region and across the world to come together to avoid further dangerous escalation of conflict. Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan addressed the thriving Indian community in Muscat, reflecting on India's significant advancements during the period of Amrit Kal under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Speaking at the event, the minister emphasized the pivotal role that the Indian diaspora in Oman plays, considering them an indispensable part of the broader Indian global family. On to sports. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, India will take on Bangladesh in Pune today. The match will start at 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Yesterday, New Zealand defeated Afghanistan by 149 runs in Chennai. Besides India, New Zealand is the other team that has not lost any match in the tournament so far. However, New Zealand topped the points table due to better net run rate. Today is the 5th day of Shardiya Navratri. On this day, the devotees worship goddess Skandamata. She is the 5th manifestation of goddess Durga and represents compassion, motherhood and a heart full of love. On this day, devotees worship this avatar in an effort to banish negative thoughts and achieve health, wealth and prosperity. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Ramya.
Thank you, Anuja. Amidst the ongoing blame game in the Israel-Hamas conflict and outrage in West Asia, The Pioneer writes about Prime Minister Modi's serious concern over civilian deaths under the headline, PM Modi condemns Gaza hospital attack. The Indian Express cites India's hand of friendship to Israel. The paper quotes Israel's ambassador saying, "We welcome any help from India for release of over 200 hostages." A headline in the Economic Times says, 1 in 5 board members at India Inc. is now a woman, adding that the figure was 1 in 20 a decade ago. All set for launch, RapidX offers high-speed travel, modern amenities at affordable price, states The Hindu. And finally, in a geological marvel, rare coral reef fossils found at 18,000 feet in Ladakh, reports The Tribune. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Ramya. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch over 500 rural skill development centres in Maharashtra today. Raghubar Das appointed as Governor of Odisha and Indra Reddy Nallu as Governor of Tripura. Home Minister Amit Shah says Left Wing Extremists and their ideology are against country's development. Northern Railway to run 34 special trains to ensure smooth travel for passengers during upcoming festive season. US President Joe Biden says Egypt has agreed to open border crossing to allow passage of humanitarian aid into Gaza. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak to visit Israel today. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, India to take on Bangladesh in Pune this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.